Dude! Yes. Of all the many turkeys I've cooked over the decades, it occurred to me the other day, I have never charcoal grilled a turkey. So that is exactly what I'm going to do today. So what we got here is a 12-pound turkey. First thing we're going to do is remove this pop-up thing. I have never found it useful ever. Next step, we are going to spatchcock this. Spatch what? If you're unfamiliar with what spatchcock means, it just means you're going to remove the backbone and this bird is going to lay flat. I do this all the time on chicken, but turkey can be a bit more difficult just because of the bone structure is a little thicker. So you're going to go along it with a knife. Next up, get yourself some kitchen shears. The sharper the better. And you're just going to start going along the groove you cut with a knife. Backbone out. You can save this if you want to throw it on the cooker, get a little smoke on it. You can use this in stock or you can just toss it in the garbage. Next up, take your knife, kind of cut in here. Want to kind of break this a little bit. It'll make it easier when you try to lay it flat. Flip it over and get it as flat as you can. Got your wings here. Just going to tuck these back. You can remove the wings if you want to. Next up, we're going to go in, we're going to loosen this skin up. The reason for that, we are going to make a garlic butter that is going to go under this skin and is going to be delicious. Try your best to not rip the skin. Next up, for the garlic butter, I've got 1 stick of softened room temperature butter. I have a dozen cloves of garlic, which I have confit. If you don't know what that is, it just means I have gently cooked them in some oil until they soften up. You are able to squish them, and it's going to infuse this butter and make it delicious. In addition to that, I'm going to add a little bit of this cowboy butter. This is a rub I like. It has a little bit of salt in it. This is an unsalted butter, so I do want to get a little bit of salt under the skin. This is not a necessary step. If you don't have anything like this, you can just add a little bit of salt to it. And now we're going to take the butter and it's going to go up under the skin. Going to take just a little bit of this butter, rub it on the skin. Because we spatchcock this, we can season the top and the bottom. So we're going to take some Diamond Crystal kosher salt. We're going to get the inside, or the bottom as it were. A little bit of 16 mesh black pepper. Going to flip it over and repeat. Diamond Crystal, 16 mesh. And just because we infused the butter with it, we're going to go with a little bit of this cowboy butter as well. Just on the top. This bird is ready. Let's get it on the cooker. Forgive all the noise you may be hearing. Apparently my next door neighbor is having his house re-roofed. Gonna lay this out flat. Just like that. Everything nice and set. We're gonna run temps today somewhere between 325 and 350. We're gonna let this go bottom side down until we hit 130 degrees. Then it's gonna be flipped over to finish off until we get up to about 158, 160 degrees. So let's let it ride. One thing I will let you know, if you've never spatchcocked a bird before, it's going to speed up your cooking time. It will not take nearly as long as it would normally. So keep a watch on it. If you want to put a probe in it to keep watch of the temp, you could do that. I've just done this enough that I'm going to come back in a little while and start checking it. So we are an hour and a half in. We just hit 135 degrees. We're going to go ahead and flip this over. Oh, that is nice looking. It shouldn't take a whole lot longer now. We're just going to let this skin get a little crispy. We're going to take it up to about 155, 158 degrees internal, pull it off. You don't want to carry it up to 165 and then pull it. You could run the risk of drying this out. You put a lot of time and effort into this. You don't want to serve any dry bird. Not even 3 hours, 2 hours and 50 minutes, and this bird is done. Oh, that's beautiful. And it smells amazing. I've left this turkey loosely tinted in foil for about 10 minutes. There it is, pretty as a picture. Let's go ahead and separate this out. The skin has got a decent crispiness to it. Whoa, that's hot. All right. There's the turkey breast. Pop a little of this in my mouth. Oh, yeah. Goodness gracious, that's delicious. Let's slice this up. Screaming hot still. But this skin, it's got a nice crispiness to it. There is that. Not sure if you can make that out. But that is very juicy. Let's get a taste. Oh, man. Oh, getting that punch from the garlic under the skin. I'm a garlic freak, so maybe somebody doesn't want that much garlic under their turkey skin, but I'm a big fan. Dude. Oh, nicely salted right on the skin. You could, if you want to take an extra step, you could dry brine this. That is just hitting it with salt the night before, letting it sit in the refrigerator overnight. All that salt will absorb into the meat. It doesn't really need it, though. This is one of the better turkeys I've ever made. Dude! Yes. If you are looking for another way to prepare a turkey for that holiday meal, direct heat charcoal could be the solution you're looking for. Don't know why it took me so long to think about doing this, seeing as how that's how I do all my chickens. It is delicious, it is not difficult, and it is one of the quicker birds I've ever cooked in my life. Less than 3 hours, start to finish, and it's done. So consider giving this a try. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, consider giving me a like, a subscribe, or drop me a comment. I would greatly appreciate it. Every time you do that, it helps to push me out to just a few more people. So help me to continue to spread the word. And with that, get up, go out, cook some good food, be a little bit better tomorrow than you were today, and I'll catch you next time.